everyone, I'm Shannon Slatton in Brooklyn Park. Every day our news team is out in the northwest suburbs bringing you stories and information from your community. Here's a look at a few of those stories. And remember, you can always find more on our website, ccxmedia.org.
A Brooklyn Park strip mall has become a flashpoint for violence.
They're not dumb, they're doing dumb stuff.
The intersection of 63rd Avenue North and Zane has been the site of multiple shootings in recent days. Police told CCX the incidents involved mostly teenagers.
The vast majority of these kids are young. I mean, they're 16 and 17-year-olds now pulling out guns.
On Sunday night, at least 5 shots were fired just north of the Crystal Airport. Lawrence Chapman is a barber at Boss Cuts. His business has been caught in the crossfire.
I think everybody affected by it, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely concerned because, you know, we need something for our young brothers to do, you know what I mean? It's a sad thing.
Altercations getting out of control. This is just a bar. This is an everyday thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just normal.
It affects business quite naturally. You know, people scared, you know what I mean?
Last week, there were 2 shootings. A 15-year-old was struck in the leg, and a woman was hit by a bullet at a gas station.
The COVID, the George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of anger out here, you know what I mean? They don't have nothing to do, school's out.
Police say there has been a dramatic spike in violence in Brooklyn Park in recent weeks.
Statistically, the violent crime is way up.
Deputy Police Chief Mark Bruley compares it to the Wild West, where lawlessness is the rule.
These kids down there are just feeding off this hatred towards the police. And so there is a demeanor that we want to challenge the police.
Combine a pandemic with global outrage over the George Floyd tragedy, and things can reach a boiling point.
It's affected the whole world. You know, it's certainly the United States, but even beyond. And look at us. I mean, we're, 5, 6, 7 miles away from where that happened. I mean, of course it's affected this community. It's affected all of us.
Brooklyn Park police believe just a small amount of people are actually involved in the shootings, but so far they have no leads. In Brooklyn Park, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
The governor's mandatory mask requirement went into effect on Saturday with the goal of stopping the spread of the coronavirus. Some local Robbinsdale business owners say they're glad that there's something official on the books, so they won't have to be the ones policing the policy. Here's what you need to know about the new rule. You are required to wear a face covering in all indoor businesses and public indoor spaces. And masks are required on public transportation and at outdoor spaces where social distancing cannot occur. Monday, many people took advantage of the nice weather to do some shopping in downtown Robbinsdale. Besides their pocketbook, they bought along face protection.
We'll just do whatever to keep people safe, and I don't mind doing something simple. And really, it's not worth the time and effort to disagree with other people about it.
Over at Woolette Bakery,
I definitely encouraged it.
The manager suggested customers wear a face covering even before the mandate went into effect. Shoppers we talked with really didn't seem to mind.
Oh, I'm all for it. Everybody should, and to help protect everybody else so that we deal with there.
Manager Jen O'Reilly says working in a hot bakery and wearing a mask isn't ideal, but she's okay with it.
I mean, yeah, it's tricky, but it's just what you gotta do.
O'Reilly says so far customers have been compliant.
It's pretty early though, but people are usually pretty understanding, but I haven't had any issues yet.
The owner of Ace Hardware says although there is a mask mandate, he had 3 customers come in the store on Saturday not wearing masks.
I said, you don't have a mask on. There's a $1,000 fine on the store and a $100 fine on you. Could you please put a mask on?
Mark Wellness says the rule makes it easier on him because he doesn't have to be the one forcing people to wear a face mask.
So far, nobody's been yelling and screaming at us.
I don't know. I just don't like it.
But there are some folks who would rather not wear face masks, mandate or no mandate.
I hate wearing my mask.
How come you hate wearing it?
I just can't breathe. It's trauma. I hate it.
In Robbinsdale, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
I love the tree. Look at how beautiful it is. I've worked here for 30 years under that old oak tree. I'm the director of the Child Care Center, and the children love the tree. They love to come out and rake the leaves under the tree, have music class under the tree, go sledding down the hill under the tree, avoid the tree. They learn how to bail out at an early age when sledding down the hill.
We believe it was struck by lightning several years ago, and you can see it's dying from the top down.
So we like to have the children out here on the hill, and then it was just this year deemed unsafe. so we're unable to use this patio area and the hill. And we miss that a lot.
The tree is coming down because the daycare here uses this courtyard, and the fact that we wanted to try to possibly save the tree. However, it is a hazard and the branches could fall down at any moment. So the ad council and the trustees decided that it was time to come down.
But a lot of the wood from the old oak tree will be repurposed.
If we can repurpose those main section, that big area, we would maybe make a picnic table out of it, or we make some altar tables, or we have like communion tables that we would like to use.
That will be nice to still have him around. I'm assuming it's a him.
So people are gathering here tonight to tell us their farewells.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great idea to have a little toast to the tree before he leaves our campus.
A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair.
50, 60 years ago, they had ice cream socials under here. They've had weddings. They have all sorts of things. So this church was built in the 60s, and we're guessing it's 160 years old, so it's been here a very long time.
This thing has seen and heard lots of activity, and if trees could speak so we could understand, it would be an amazing story that we could hear.
But yeah, a lot of history, I guess. It'll be sad. But it'll be a nice grassy area that we can do a lot of things on eventually too.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
The high school baseball season in the spring was wiped out by the COVID-19 pandemic. The St. Paul Saints are hosting a tournament that's allowing some players from the class of 2020 to get a last chance to play ball. A combined Osseo-Totino Grace team facing Hiawatha Valley at CHS Field. In the bottom of the second, David Whippler of Totino Grace smacks a hit up the middle to bring Lucas Partonen around to score for a 2-0 Osseo-TG lead. Next batter, Joey Reinertz drives it to deep left field. It's off the wall in the corner for extra bases as Whippler comes in to score. A 3-run second for Osseo-TG sets the tone for this game. In the third, the attack continues as Osseo's John Klein slashes a hit to left. Tyler Wolf is in to score for a 4-0 lead for Osseo-TG. Same inning and the lead is 5-0 when Whippler lifts a fly ball to center. That's deep enough to score Jack Sibazar on the sacrifice fly, and it's 6-0. Meanwhile, Jacob Contreras is in control. The Osseo righty gets the strikeout on his way to a strong performance to keep Hiawatha Valley off the board. In the fifth, the biggest blow of the game as Alex Stevens gets all of this one. Stevens crushes a 2-run blast to really open it up. Those runs make it 8-0 in favor of Osseo-Totino Grace. They go on to win 10-0 in 6 innings. Pool play continues through Thursday, followed by the championship rounds. Summer seasons in softball either got a late start or didn't happen at all. We caught up with one local association that had a special celebration night.
1, go!
In what's been a pretty bleak time for youth sports, it was a chance to have some fun. Thursday night, the Osseo-Maple Grove Athletic Association Storm Fast Pitch Softball program hosted a fun night that included a game, but also music, autograph signings by college players, contests, and more.
I'm definitely happy that we're playing and we're not sitting at home right now, but it's great to have some Gopher players come out and watch us play, and for the small girls, the 8U and 10U to come and watch and see what their future is probably going to look like.
Yes, it is very nice just knowing that you have girls behind you to back you up during this pandemic and everything like that, and having someone just something like a good tribute and attribution just to say that we're getting through this together as one.
Yep, we decided that the girls had a tough season, short, because of the COVID. We decided to do something really fun tonight. We came up with this idea. Emily Hansen's the coach for the Buffalo 16U team. So we got together and decided to do this and have something fun as a last hurrah for the girls. Been a rough year.
Gophers infielder Emily Hansen did double duty, signing autographs before coaching Buffalo. As with most organizations, the Omega program struggled with what and how much to do this summer with the pandemic taking center stage. And many teams didn't play, but some did, including this 14U team.
We decided to do something a little bit different and try to get some games in, get some real live pitching, get some tournaments in. Tournaments we have never played before, so teams we haven't played before. So that's always a neat thing too, is to get them to experience playing, really high level softball.
We probably had 10 to 12 scrimmages. I think we've been in 3 tournaments. Our state tournament is coming up this weekend, and then we got one more after that.
As for differences due to COVID-19, it hasn't been much of an issue.
Some tournaments, they're pretty like, okay, we don't want you to sit in the dugout, which we're fine with. As long as we get to play, we're just happy to be there and have a good time with our friends and family.
And have fun they did, with plenty of smiles all around. For more sports stories, check out our website, ccxmedia.org.